The Prepayment Strategy. Nvidia just handed $1.5 billion in prepayments to Amkor Technology to build advanced AI chip packaging lines in Arizona. The press release frames this as a win for domestic supply chain resilience, but the actual strategic move is far more aggressive. Nvidia is using its cash pile to buy its way out of the most severe revenue constraint in the semiconductor industry. And that constraint happens entirely at the end of the line, the end-of-line bottleneck. For the last 3 years, the ceiling on AI compute has not been printing the silicon itself. The constraint is the packaging. Stitching logic and high-bandwidth memory together through high-density interconnects requires incredibly complex, heterogeneous integration. Up until now, Nvidia has been completely dependent on a handful of facilities in Asia, primarily TSMC lines, to execute this final step. When those lines hit capacity, finished logic dies literally sit in inventory, turning guaranteed sales into trapped capital. And the financial mechanics of this new deal show exactly how Nvidia plans to fix that, the P&L Maneuver. By structuring this as a massive prepayment, Nvidia is effectively financing Amkor's capital expenditure. They secure dedicated throughput for next-generation platforms without putting a fabrication plant on their own balance sheet. But this balance sheet maneuver sets up a massive backdoor integration. The backdoor integration. The real implication here is that Nvidia is quietly executing a backdoor vertical integration of the AI hardware supply chain. By using a prepayment maneuver to solve the trapped capital problem of the end-of-line bottleneck, Nvidia is transforming an independent vendor into a bespoke extension of its own operations. For industry operators and competitors like AMD, the cost of entry just went up. Advanced packaging is no longer just a manufacturing step. It is the primary physical moat in the compute race. Nvidia is using its massive cash reserves to buy dedicated lane access that smaller competitors simply cannot afford, tightening their grip on deployment schedules. The next indicator to watch is whether hyperscalers like Microsoft or Meta attempt to finance their own dedicated packaging capacity to secure custom silicon, or if Nvidia has already locked up the domestic board. Subscribe for more